நற்குஞ்சரக்கன்று நன்னில் கலைஞானம் கற்கும் சரக்கன்று கான். We have completed actually 4 topics, which means 40 songs we have completed. The last one we were talking about the divine grace. That was the topic, Aruladu Nilai. The last song, 40th song, Ettrai Vare Eindum Edum Palakkamila Vetru Irku Vedu Migai. It is too much to expect moksha for the empty soul, which through in contact with Arul till today has not become familiar with it. That was the area we have discussing. The next topic, that is the 5th one, speaks about the nature of the divine guru. 4th one, we have been speaking about the divine grace, how this divine grace is administered to the souls. So how God does that, so in what form he comes or how he is doing that, that's being explained here, which is called Arul Uru Nilai. Uru means form actually there. So he is coming as Guru for the souls. That is how it is being discussed. So the points discussed why he should come as a Guru, whether he can't do it by sending somebody, what will happen if he doesn't come. These are all the topics actually being discussed in this title. These 4th and 5th topics are the most crucial and important for this book. The 4th and 5th, that is the nature of divine grace and the nature of divine guru, form the actually heart of this book. So now we get into 41st song. Ariyamai ulnindru alitade kaanum kuriyahi neengada ko. Ariyamai, that is ignorance because of or the darkness. Ariyamai ulnindru alitade kaanum kuriyahi neengada ko. See, when the souls get this maturity, God comes in the form of Guru, appears in front of the soul and gives the Upadesham or the blessings. Means the question is, then till yesterday, where was he? Or is he not connected with us? Actually, he is connected right from time immemorial. From Anadi, he is connected. Because of this Anava, we were not able to realize his presence with us. So actually, he is inside with us. Today, with our maturity, the soul's maturity, the God who has been inside with us and directing us, guiding us, helping us in all the activities, now is coming in front of us and as a Guru, which means some Guru in this world, he will come in their body and actually gives. That's the reason it is understood that the initiation, what we call it as Diksha. Diksha is given by God, Lord Shiva only. From this world, we are getting Diksha from some of these Gurus, means actually God sits in their soul and gives. This is how this understanding. So irrespective of from whom we got the Diksha in this world, it is understood such a way Lord Shiva Brahman has given the Diksha to us. That's how it is. So far who has been inside with the soul and helping all along, now understanding the, because of the maturity the soul has attained, God comes in front of us and gives a Diksha. That's what he says. Ariyamai ulnindru. Because of ignorance, we have not realized that, but he was inside. Ariyamai ulnindru alittade. Whatever was given by him, now he has come as Kuriyahi neengada ko. The same Lord who never separate was sustaining you unseen in your Bandha condition appears as visible Guru now. That is the main point. The same Lord who never separates. That's what. Even as when the attachment of soul with God is always there, because it is not actually the greatness of the soul. It is a kindness of the Lord who has come in association with us. So he has been all along with us. And tomorrow when we attain mukti or the moksha, there also actually is going to be. So by the time when we got into this Anava Malari, he was there. Now he is there. Tomorrow when we are going to the level of leaving out the Anava Malar, getting away from the clutches of Anava's grip and attaining his fate, he is there. So always he is there. But we have not realized his presence. That is because of Anavamala, because Anavamala is normally hiding our brain. So the ignorance created there, which has actually, through which, because of that, we have not actually realized. Now, when we have actually grown up with that, which means the stage of the maturity soul has achieved, he has come forward as a guru and blessing us. That's what it is. The same Lord who never separates. That's what I understand. He never separates. Was sustaining you unseen in your bandha condition. Bandha means that is because of this attachment with Anavamala. We are clutching bandha condition. Appears as visible Guru. Now, since our position is improved, maturity levels are improved, he has come forward to show the blessings. The question comes in, sir, is it necessary that he has to come? And is it possible, because so many souls are there in the world and every souls are getting matured day by day, and one day it attains that level, which means, what is it possible that he has to come? Okay, forget about the possibility, because he is powerful, he can do. Is it really necessary that he has to come? Why can't he send somebody and actually taking somebody? He will take care of these people in Australia, he will take care of these people in India, he will take care of people in Sri Lanka. Like that, why not he appoint somebody and do? Is it necessary that he has to do that? That question is answered in now the 42nd song. Ahatturu noikku ullinarandri adanai sagattavarum kanbarodam. He is just saying an example. From that, he is making us to understand things. Ahattu uru noik ullinarandri, which means if somebody is sick in our home, who will come to know? The people who are in the home, who are very close to their patient, they will come to know and they can help the patient to get out of the disease. It doesn't mean the who are all in that street or in that city will come to know. No, it is not possible. That's the song says, which means now the point we are driving out of this example is God actually is inside with our soul. Since he is all along with us, he understands the intensity of the Anavamala. Anavamala is a disease. Since he is all along with us, he understands that disease depth and he is able to help. None other than him can do that, because except him, all others are souls and all are already attached with Anavamala. So they cannot do that. That's what he says. One who is already in the home, they only come to know the patient's difficulties and they can help. Same way, God is there with us always. So one who is inside with our soul, he only can understand the difficulties the soul is experiencing because of this Anavamala. And he is able to help by removing us from Anavamala. So he has to do, and he is the only person can do. That's what he says. Will any person other than the intimate relations know the secret disease afflicting a person? That's what the song. Agatturu noikku disease. Agatturu, the inside, the disease. Agatturu noikku ullinarandri. Adanai sagattavarum kanbarodar. Saga means world. The people who are all in the world, which means outside, who will come to know? Nobody will come to know. The song says only that example. Now we are deriving the point from that. It is so once as the intimate relations are able to understand the patient and help, it is only possible by them, not by all the people in the world. Same way, God, who is inside in our soul, always with us. So he is able to understand the Anavamala's effects. So he is able to help. Will any person other than intimate relations know the secret disease afflicting a person? That's what he says. The next song he says, Arula Vahayal Arulburiya Vanda Porula Ariya Puvi. So God comes in as Guru and helps. He says, will the world come to know this? The question is, because we said, one who is very closely with him, with the patient, can understand and help. Help means actually they can take to the doctor and cure. But these actually the world people will come to know. Next, our neighbor will ask, what happened? Your morning and you're going to the hospital. So they will come to know. Same way when God comes as Guru and gives his blessings, he says, will the world come to know? Actually, it will not. They cannot. That's the question he puts and says it cannot, because all the others who are still in the clutches of Anava, ego, they cannot understand this happen. Exactly this has practically happened when Lord Shiva came down to this earth, to Thiruvarutpayan, to give blessings to Lord Manikavashaka. So before he is doing that Thiruvasakam. So in Thiruvasakam he says, so when he came and gave me that blessing, many people in this world have not understood that, and even somebody was laughing because they don't know what is happening. Why they don't know what is happening? Because they are not that much matured. It is because of the Anavamala. Nattar nagai seiya nam melai veedaida. This is how he says. Nattar nagai seiya means these people who are in that country. Nattar nagai seiya. They were just laughing because they don't know. He is a minister. He has come with a lot of this money. And somebody has come and he is giving the money to him. What is happening here? Like that, they're laughing, he says. Which means they were not able to understand the relations, what Manikavasa and Lord Shiva were having it, and how he came down to give his Upadesha. All these things they were not able to understand. That's what he says. Now the song, J. M. Nalasample writes, how can the world know him who without being known came down to breathe his grace? How can the world know him? Him means actually God. How can the world can know him? Who without being known, because he has not actually exposed to anyone, came down from all to breathe his grace. So he has come down just to help to the soul which is matured enough, gave the preachings, and he has gone back, which means none of the world can understand or know about this. 44th song. Poyirunda sindai poriyalar bodama meyyirandum anar hai. So by that time, actually, what is things? What all things this world cannot understand? Because of this Anava, the world is not able to understand all his wisdom, because it is great the kindness. That's what is wisdom. And he only came down. These both the things they cannot understand. It is his wisdom and he is the person who came down. So both the things, because of the existence of Anavamala, all the other souls cannot understand. Poyirunda sindai. Poyirunda sindai means actually their brain is completely infiltrated by Anavamala. So the others, Poyirunda sindai poriyalar Bodhamam meirandum kanar miha. They cannot understand both. Both means one is his wisdom, another is kindness to come down. That's what he says, J.M. The ignorant with the dark thoughts cannot feel the Arul and see the Arul Guru. So they cannot understand, oh, such a kind act is behind. They cannot understand. And the person who is showing that kindness is Guru, or that is Lord Shiva. That also they cannot understand. The ignorant with the dark thoughts cannot feel the Arul and see the Arul Guru. Next song is very important one. He says, why he should come, even for that souls, those who are matured enough. He is coming in the form of human being, which means he comes to the Guru known in this world, comes into their body and helps. So he is asking why he should come in such a form. He can simply come as Lord Shiva, maybe in the different, with the snakes, with the Ganga, everything he can come down, or he can choose any other form. Why he is preferring this human being form? Why it should be? He says, for the souls, to him he should actually give the grace. They may not understand if he comes in a different form. So he is citing an example. When we actually trying to catch an elephant in the forest, how they do? They actually take an elephant, which is known very well and practiced by these people, and taking along with them. So what it happens, this elephant goes there and makes the sound. Then actually the elephant in the forest feels, oh, it's only our team only. So it's safe to come out, nothing wrong. Like that it comes. So these people actually captures. So captures means it's not easy. How they capture, they actually form a big pit there. So the elephant may come and fall down. From there they can take it out, train them, and then it is being taken to the homely requirements are being done. So which means the animal, what we are training and taking their help to capture the other animal is, which is called in Tamil, Parvai Vilangu. Parvai Vilangu. So in Tamil, we call it as a Kumki Anai, which means the elephant which is called, being trained by us, is called the Kumki. This will actually help us to actually capture the elephant who are wild in the actually forest. So he says, to capture the elephant, we are taking the elephant only. Same way, to capture these human beings, he comes in the form of human being. That's what he says. Parvai yana, which means Parvai Vilangu means actually this. Parvai yana makkalai munpatri piditharkam porvai yana kana puvi. So to capture the souls who are all matured enough, to reach them, he takes the form of a human being, just like actually we are taking the known animal to the forest to capture the wild animal. That's what he says. Parvayana makkalai munbatri piditharkam porvayana kana puvi. The world cannot know that is human form like a decoy is assumed for snaring man. Actually, he is trying to capture the man. So they cannot know. So he comes in the form of Guru who are well accustomed with us in our daily life. So he comes in that form. So we also we move with them very closely, or without any hesitation, without any fear. He is our Guruji. I know him for the past 10 years. Like that we move on. So he takes up that position and actually captures means, snaring means he is trying to take us, remove us from the clutches of Anomala. Because Anomala, you know, it will actually give you a feel in such a way, little bit of fear can also created by them. So he is trying to remove that fear. That's what he says. The world cannot know that his human form, like a decoy, is assumed for snaring man. The next way he says, what is that the benefit he comes and do, or that preaching, or the divine grace, how he does? He explains. Yamakku en yavanukku evai theriyum avva tamakku avanai vendat thavir. He says, who will come to know if the known person has not shared the things? That's what he says. We are studying so many subjects, maybe maths or chemistry or the physics. Unless otherwise the teacher who knows about physics doesn't teach us, I don't know about physics. Same thing applies to every subject. Here he says the same way. If Lord, who is the teacher, if he doesn't come and teach, who will be in a position to teach us? And if nobody is able to teach, from where we will understand? That's what he says. Cease thinking of what use is he to me. Who can learn anything, as the Shastras themselves require the divine Guru for their elucidation? Now, what is the benefit of him coming out? Let us not think that way, he says. Cease thinking of what use is to me. Who can learn anything, as the Shastras themselves require the divine Guru for their elucidation? So, here, maybe the worldly subjects, we may be in a position to read through some best textbooks. Even without a teacher, sometimes we are able to. But Shastras are not like that. We may be in a position to understand the overall meaning, but we cannot really enjoy or experience the pregnant meaning unless otherwise it is being preached to us by a guru. This is most important in the Saiva philosophy, it says. There is a book called Thiruvarutpayan. There he says, he quotes an example. If you are so thirsty, generally people will say, drink water. That's what it is. If I have a cup of sea water, will the thirst come down? No. So it is something like that. Taking the books, or we with ourselves, we can learn these things, means it is something like when we are at thirst, we are trying to drink sea water, hoping that this will help us. No, it cannot. That's what he says. That's what in Thiruvarutpayan, that Shastra, one of the 14 Shastras, he says that. So this is something very important, that the gurus are so important, are given that position, because with them, with their help only, these Shastras can be understood. That's what he says. Cease thinking of what use is he to me. Who can learn anything, as the Shastras themselves require the divine Guru for their realization? G. U. Pope, in his translation, he says, what would thus accrue? Who knows anything? Seek him and be freed, which means be freed means to get free from anomala. The true meaning is known only from him. That's what the Guru. He says the true meaning is only known only from him. That's what I said. So the worldly subjects, something normally we can learn through some textbooks, we may be in a position, but not the Shastras. So actually it is from the Guru, it has to come. 47th song. Vidam nagulam mevinam meipavaganin meelum kadanil irul povadu ivan kan. He says how it is working out, which means the magician, somebody is actually bitten by a snake. The magician comes and actually he is helping to get out of the poison. How he says? He knows the mongoose mantra. Mango is against snake. So he knows the mongoose mantra. He himself works out as a mongoose and does some mantra or puja. With that, the poison is removed. He says even the mongoose cannot do directly, but somebody who is in the form of thinking that as a mongoose and doing that is able to do same way. God's this one, this Guru, taking the effect of God with him and helps. That's what it is possible. Vidam nagulam mevinam. Vidam means poison. Nagulam in Tamil means it's called mangoes. That's a kiri. That's what called. So in Sri Lanka, we know that the Naguleswaram, which is called the Kiri Malai. That's what we say. Kiri is nothing but mangoes. So, Vidam Nagulam Mevinum, Meipavagan Melum Kadanil, Irul Bovadivan Kan. So he translates the magician who chants the mangoes mantra. Not the mangoes itself, it's only the magician. Acts as a mangoes and does the mangoes chanting that mantra. Will remove the effects of snake bite. Accordingly, the look of the divine guru dispels spiritual darkness. He says, accordingly, the look of the divine guru, that itself will remove the spiritual darkness. That's what it is. So, the magician who chants the mangoes mantra, not the mangoes itself, will remove the effects of the snake bite. Accordingly, the look of the divine guru dispels spiritual darkness. His look itself, that is called actually Nayana Dirchai. Nayana means it is eyes. So he says that in the Dirchai, there are different types of giving aid. So one such thing is Nayana Dirchai. Actually, this is being administered to Kannappa. Because Kannappa, there is no history that Kannappa got the Dirchai, like there's some guru sitting and giving it. No. So people are asking how it's doing. He says in Periyapuranam, Lord Shiva, by his Thirunokal means by his seeing him, he has given that Diksha to Kannappa. That's what he says. So this is, so by just seeing Guru's look itself will remove the darkness, it says. 49th song. Aar arivar ellam ahandra neri arulum perarivan varada pin. When he comes down and does, which means what is does? Removing the Anamamala from us. That's it. This is how it's being done. Anybody knows? No, nobody can know. In the Svanyana Bodham, he says, Tam Mudal Guruvumai, which means, Tam Mudal means our leader. He comes as a guru, Tammudal Guruvamai, Davattinil Unartha. When we just do the prayer, he comes and helps us. What will happen? Anniyam vittu, anniyam inmayin, aran kadal salume. So we are just getting freed from these worldly connections. We are getting freed from Anamala. But how he does, nobody knows how it's being done. He only knows. Aar arivar ella. Who knows that? Ahandra neri arulum. Actually, the path, what he is showing us. Perarivan varada pen. Unless he comes and do. Nobody is in a position to understand what is happening there. He says, who will know the truth if the bliss conferring all wise does not come down as the divine guru? If he doesn't come down as a divine guru and helps us, who will come to understand all these things? Nobody can do that. That is his supremacy. The same point he is actually reiterating again it is on the 50th song. Jnanam ivan oliya nanniyidum narkal anal panu oliyapadin. Unless otherwise he comes down, we cannot experience the wisdom. It is like, unless otherwise the sun comes out, the phosphorus cannot actually get ignited. That's what he says. Jnanam, that's wisdom. Even only an need. Without him, it is not possible to get it. Narkal anal, we call it in Tamil actually. It is a firestone. Firestone is nothing but chemically it is a phosphorus. So it's just to put on the sunlight, actually it will catch fire. So this phosphorus can get fire only under the sun. It cannot be done in the darkness, in the night. That's what he says. Narkal anal panu oliyapadin. Panu means actually sun. Unless the sun comes in, this stone cannot catch fire. Same way, unless there is God comes in, we cannot actually understand the wisdom. Yes, more or less the same thing has been explained in the last song, 49th one. But here it is insisting is, by saying unless in an opposite way, it is something in philosophy to stress the point. The general advice is speak truth. Yes, that's understood. But when it is being stressed, how it being said, even any circumstances, don't tell lies. So the point is actually speak truth, understood. So we are taking it. But the same thing is being stressed upon. The importance is given when it is told in an opposite sense, that is way. Even when you are hungry or when you are in a despair, do not speak lie. That's what speak truth. Same way here it says. Unless otherwise, like sun comes out, this stone cannot get burnt. Same way. Unless there is he comes in, we cannot have the wisdom, which means Lord comes down with all his kindness, the wisdom, comes in the form of guru and advisors. We cannot actually understand the whole scenario and get out of this ego or the anomala. That's the point. He says, Jnanam can arise without the divine guru if the pure sunstone can emit fire without the sun. Which means without the sun, it cannot give. Same way, without him, we cannot understand. That's what Jnanam can arise without the divine guru if the pure sunstone can emit fire without the sun. So this is not possible. So this fifth topic of nature of divine guru is giving the importance of guru, which means Shiva, Lord Shiva, coming in the form of guru at the right time for us, helping us to understand these spiritual meanings and ultimately freeing us from anomala. That's what in the Unmai Vilakkam, he starts the first song itself. Poi Gatti, Poi Ahatri. That's what it is. Poi means actually false things. This world itself is false, which means it is one day going to disappear or getting destroyed. He says, so the God as a guru comes in, helps us to understand what are all not permanent. Not only that, then he says, Poi Agatri. Then he is able to remove us from that connectivity. That is what the divine guru. The difference between the divine guru and the gurus in the schools, colleges, or people who are teaching each other. The difference is, I can say what are all not permanent here. But if you ask me, sir, have you come out of it? No, even I am not come out of that. Which means I am not in a position to remove you from that. It's not possible. But divine guru, that is possible. Poi Gatti, Poi Ahatri. So all these shastras give the importance for guru. ஒரு கோடி ஆகமங்கள் எல்லாம் உணர்ந்தும் பெருகு தவம் சித்தி எல்லாம் பெற்றும் குருவருளாலே வைத்தபடி இருக்க மாட்டாத மாந்தர்க்கு சித்த சலனமாம் தினம். This is a song from Sivabohasaram, a book written by Guru Jnana Sambandha Swamigal. Guru Jnana Sambandha Swamigal is the founder of Dharmapuram Adiyam. There are two big Adinams we know, Thiruvarutpayan Adinam and Dharmapuram Adiyam. Thiruvarutpayan Adinam was founded by Sri Namashivaya Murtigal. Dharmapuram Adinam was founded by Sri Guru Jnana Sambandha Murtigal. This Guru Jnana Sambandha Murtigal has written a book called Sivabohasar. There he writes, if you are a scholar of even 1 crore agamas, so many agamas are not there. Just as a number, it says, even you understand, you study 1 crore agamas, and you are blessed with some superpowers that you are able to do. All if you have got also, unless otherwise, that's Guru's grace is not on you. You will not be clear. Your mind will not be clear. That's what he says. Guru Varulal Vaitabadi Irka Mata the Mandark, which means the persons who have not got the Guru Arul. Sitta Salanamam Dinam, which means they will not be clear with the things. Their mind will be wavering here and there. Lot of confusions. It will happen. Same way in the spiritual world, to move forward, ultimate goal of attaining mukti or the moksha, Guru's role is so important that is being discussed in this topic. So the fourth topic was mainly on divine blessings, grace, Thiruvarul. Fifth one is Arul Uru Nilai, which is how the Guru comes and helps us. So with this, we have completed 5 topics. With this session, we are completing it.